if I hide my phone from my partner, but you expect me to undress, okay, so what is important?
What is more private?
What is more private? My nakedness or there's a big problem? You know, women are cheating a lot nowadays.
Oh, really?
Married women, who ask me, they are cheating. Married women are cheating.
But they're very good at hiding them.
Oh, a woman will cheat and we know how to hide.
Hello Tuko family, welcome to today's episode of Tuko Talks. My name is Yvonne Kawira. Now today is a very special day because we have brought a very important person to you, a married woman, a married man. Are you wondering what makes many marriages break? What are making men walk out of their marriages? Today you will learn what to do to maintain and sustain your marriage, because right here is Becky, Madam Becky.
Hey.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
I have seen you on TikTok. I have seen you on social media. Congratulations on your award. Tell us a little about the award before we get into the who Becky is. What's the award is about?
I'm still digesting about the award because it's barely a month since I was awarded as the Healthy Family and Marriage a Promoter of the Year.
Wow.
I am still very thankful to our country and to everyone who voted for me and who believed in my cause of advocating for mental health and healthy marriages. Yeah.
Wow. Who is Becky? How would you describe yourself in a nutshell?
Wow. It's very, in a nutshell, that is, I have a whole profile of Becky. But Becky is such a sweet, wonderful woman. I love life. I really love life. But above all, I'm a gender and mental health specialist. And my specialty is in families and marriages. And my purpose is to develop a tribe of people who are thriving mentally, socially, and financially.
Awesome.
Both at the family level, even at individual level. Because when you are thriving as an individual, you also thrive as a partner.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you are a marriage therapist? You
Yes.
have...
I am a marriage therapist. I am married.
Yes.
Did I say I'm a mother?
I
forget to say I'm a mother of handsome boys. That is a crime.
You are a mother.
Yes, I'm a mother. I'm a marriage therapist, but I'm an all-rounded therapist. I'm a clinical psychologist by education.
Sure.
PhD. Did you get that?
Dr. Becky. No
PhD.
kidding.
No kidding. But I also have a specialty in trauma. And for many years, I've worked in trauma centers. And I've also worked with women for many years. And also gender issues. And in this country, I'm known to spearhead issues of gender.
Sure.
And coming up with policies and pushing bills. There are those bills that I've been involved in writing them and pushing them that, of course, govern issues of mental health and issues of families.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You have quite an impressive CV, so to speak. And based on your experiences, the fact that you are married and you're helping people navigate the issues surrounding marriages, what are the issues that you get to face every time people come to you to help them fix challenges in their marriages?
Maybe before I say that, there's something I always don't like forgetting to say, that even as I help people fix their marriages and fix their life, part of it is my education, of course. I have really gone through books, but also I think big chunk is my personal character development.
Where? So you're telling them what you went through and how you navigated it.
Yes, yes. So it's more of experiential and of course backed by education and theories.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Touch a little about your experiences, the lessons that you drew from your experiences that helped you become such a tight, and strong advocate for healthy marriages.
Well, I have had difficult childhood.
Right.
When you have difficult childhood and you see your parents struggling, and I think that's why I also in my master's, I specialized with children and adolescents. because of that. But now when I come to now an adult life, when I'm married again, I had my part of struggles in my marriage, sometimes bad ones, but later on I navigated. And here I am, and there are many lessons that I learned, and some of those lessons which I didn't do well, I help now people to tell them, I know that, I've been there, and maybe if you can do it this way, it can help. It can strengthen your marriage. It can strengthen you if you decide not to be together. So there are many lessons. So I don't know which one. There are many lessons. I always say in my character development, I learned a lot because I decided to learn instead of fighting with my pains, my roles and all that. I decided to just look at them and say, what can I learn, and how can I help myself and help others?
Right.
Yeah.
What is the one thing you look back and you say, this was my turning point in my marriage? Paint a picture of what happened.
I think it's bitterness, because I think when things happened at that point, I developed a lot of bitterness and anger. So I got stuck, fighting for myself, fighting alone. In marriage, you can't fight. Looking at fighting others.
And when you're saying things happened, what are these things that are happening? Marriage
is not easy,
yeah.
But marriage is work, and it's workable. And marriage is very beautiful, it's very beautiful. Marriage is very beautiful, but sometimes marriage can be very difficult.
Yeah.
And so I found myself being in that position of difficult. We are having a lot of challenges and issues with my husband, a lot of issues. A lot. People see me laughing and they think that I have been swimming in
bliss and
when they say marriage is not a bed of roses, so I experienced the thorns firsthand. Let me say we, because it's for both of us.
Yeah.
And it was tough. It wasn't easy. Yvonne, I can't tell you that it was easy. It was tough. And later on, maybe my husband also remarried, Yeah, and things happened, and I'm happy. I'm a happy first wife.
How do you get to the point where you have accepted someone else's family to join your own and to claim that you're happy? Can it really work like that? Do you find a level ground where all of you feel accepted and comfortable, so to speak?
Well, I'll first say a disclaimer that it's not an easy thing. Sure. No one should write to you that you wake up and you're like, hallelujah, okay, let's leave.
One big happy family.
One big happy family. That one will be lying, and that's a lie from the devil.
Yeah.
It's really difficult. It's really, really difficult. But now you get to a point where you ask yourself, for how long will I fight a losing battle? You see, when one partner decides either I'm moving out or I'm remarrying, imagine it has nothing to do with you. But in most cases, the reason why personally I got stuck, or most of us get stuck, because you think it's all about you. You made a mistake. You did this. No. So when you look at it, and up until I'll say God helps you.
Yeah.
And of course, for me, I went for therapy, and a lot of it. And I was a therapist, but then I was a counselor.
But you needed help for this.
A lot of help.
Yeah.
I moved from counselor to counselor because I couldn't. But I thank God for Professor Gashoda. She held my hand, and I was able to process my bitterness, my anger. And at that point is when now you're given an opportunity to decide what you want. You're not told to stay. It's you make your personal decision. Do I leave? And you must go through therapy, or you must I mean, even if you're not going through, there are people who don't believe in therapy, but you must get to a point where you're making a sober decision. So for me as Becky, my sober decision was, I'm not leaving. I'm not, I looked at all, they're all devils. Which one do I choose? I chose that. And I wasn't coerced. Neither am I bebelezoed by anyone. Atika, kama utaki suende. You know? So yeah, I chose to stay, and I chose to start the forgiveness journey, because it's only through forgiveness that you're able to accept this is a situation. We're gonna be 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Yeah. But now, as a person, you have your life, and I realize as Becky, I have my life. I have to stop focusing on the bad side and look at what is the good side, and how now I started taking that all bitterness energy back to myself, to work on myself, to start now running what you're asking me, to start even reflecting on my mistakes, because not that I was an angel, you know, in that relationship. Yeah, many years down the line.
And you're helping people navigate.
Yes, and I don't tell women leave, neither do I tell them stay. I say heal. Once you heal, because not everyone has the grace. Knowing, you know, let me tell you something. It's not easy for a woman to know that there's another woman. I mean, let's be frank. I remember even my grandmother, my grandfather was a polygamous. So sometimes I could hear my grandmother saying, it's your elder grandma. So you could tell tones. Now I was a young kid by then. But now when I reflect, I could tell, as much as it was acceptable, there are those small tones of, you know, because
it's still not okay.
It's a woman. So that's why I say you must heal. Start the forgiveness journey. Take lesson learned and ask yourself, what do I want? If you decide to leave, live in peace. If you decide to stay, you can't stay when you're bitter. You know? It will not going to help you. Neither is it going to help your children. Neither is it going to help the whole setup.
Right. I'm looking at this situation and I'm thinking there's a lady out here who's probably looking forward to getting married, and she's wondering, he or she, and there's a gentleman also looking and wondering, how do we get past the challenges and the red flags that we see during the dating stages? As a therapist, what are those red flags that when people see them, you just tell them, this is not going to work? If it's not working at the dating stage, 10, 11 years in the marriage, it's not going to work. So what are these red flags?
There are many red flags. Unfortunately, when a person is broken, you overlook the red flags. Like I keep on saying, like one basic red flag, when you have a problem with your partner in a relationship, and instead of solving, they are pushing it back to you, and they make it look like the problem, it's me versus you. That is, they never take any responsibility for a problem in your relationship. That is a red flag that you should never overlook. There's another one people overlook. When your partner apologizes, we feel good when they apologize. But if they apologize and they do not change their behavior, it will become a cycle of apologies. And I tell people, especially people who are dating, apology without an action is not an apology. It's someone that will want to put you, and you'll hear somebody saying, but she or he apologized, but they continue with the same behavior. The other basic one is, you know, I'm looking at the basic, which we see, is when they project their insecurities on you. So anything that happens, they push it to you. It's because of you. They blame you. It's because they don't have that time to reflect and say, okay, I think I also contributed.
Taking accountability.
Yes, and responsibility. So there are many things. Another one I tell people, we go to a hotel, we are dating. And one way or the other, the food has delayed. And I, as the partner, shouts to the waiter and makes drama. You say, I'm just telling you, this is me. And that's how I'll be behaving on you.
Wow.
But we are like, no, but he wasn't doing it, or she wasn't doing it to me. No. She or he was doing indirectly. They have been hiding. But now they are showing, this is me, please believe it.
Yeah. The first time I show it.
Yes.
Wow. So you're past this dating stage, then you go and visit his family and vice versa. The man also visits the wife's family. And there's that, family setup, the in-laws come into the picture. How do you look at, the family, the extended family, and see where you fit in, or whether or not you're accepted in this family? How do you navigate this, the in-laws issue? Because it's a major, major issue in marriages.
No, you can't ask me that question now because I am soon becoming a mother-in-law.
Let's see what kind of a mother-in-law you will make.
My son is 25
right.
and now he has a girlfriend. And I've been reflecting. And I'm like, am I ready to share him with someone? Like seriously. This one is a real reflection I made, you know, because I love my son. We have such bond. And now somebody else is coming. And he has to marry.
Of course, at some point.
And I was asking myself, so mother-in-law toxic starts like this, like me now. I'm feeling like when my son said, Mom, I have a girlfriend. And I'm like, Jesus, not now. Like I'm not ready. And then I thought, even when he will be 30, I'll not be ready.
Still not be ready, yeah.
Even 40. Like I want to stay with him. So you see, when you can tell where you are tolerated and where they are faking. And especially, I keep on saying mothers and their sons, they are very, and it's psychological. It's psychological. The bond is psychological. So this is where it should start. It is your husband who is supposed to present you. The way your husband or your boyfriend at that point present you to the mother, to the family, is how they will take you. Look at this. If I say something negative, I'm using myself towards the girlfriend. If my son loves the girlfriend, he will be quick to say, Mom, that is who I chose.
All right.
And we'll fight for the girlfriend. Whether I like it or not, I'll start now aligning myself. But if I'm like, no, I didn't like your girlfriend, and my son is like, oh, okay, I'll see. You see? So the game, because you're not a daughter there. You're not a daughter to that mother. Yeah. They haven't brought you, and you must understand. So the person, the game changer here is your boyfriend. So if you're dating a weakling boyfriend, a boyfriend who is not fighting for you, standing for himself and you, then the problem starts there. Right. Because the mother gets a leeway. The sisters get a leeway. If it's the man who sits down and listens to the sisters, to the mother, talking about you, and he's contributing, or he's not saying anything, believe you me, there will be 1,000,001 problems. But from the word go, if he's the kind of a person who would say, that's what I chose. She's mine. Imagine they are going to align.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I look at it from the point where a man also shows the mother and his family that when you question my decision to pick Becky as my wife, you're also, by extension, questioning your raising me capabilities. Did you raise me well enough to be able to choose the right partner for myself? So if you're questioning my decisions, by extension, are you also questioning your decisions as well? So this is quite a wide topic.
Yeah.
And how does this daughter-in-law also try to respectfully, insert herself in that this is my boundary, you cannot cross here. I'm married to your brother, and I respect you as a family.
One thing I always tell girls when we are talking about now getting into marriage and visiting the mother-in-law, the first is you accept that you are not a biological daughter. Sometimes we enter thinking the way our mothers love us is the way we'll be. It's not the same. So you must also know that you also have a part to play. You have a part to make sure, si kujipendekesha of course, not that you want to, oh, love me, no. But that awareness in your mind knows how you're going to treat them. Again, we go back to how we were raised. You know, the way you talked about, how did I raise my son? Did I raise my son to choose and to make good choices and respect?
Yeah.
The same way, if I have raised my daughter in a way that they can be able to stand for their boundaries and to have respectful, then there will no big deal. But what sometimes we are so we are victim, we want to bring down our boundaries so that we are accepted. You know, it doesn't go like that. Please accept, don't fake, be you. So that you are accepted from the word go as you. And then in a relationship, there's nothing like, I am like this. Please, there's nothing like I'm like this. Work on you. He works on himself so that I can also be flexible and be accepted.
Yeah.
You know, because there's that thing I have found in a relationship. Please, this is me. You guys, you know, that attitude of I am like this.
You have to accept me.
You have to, I mean, that attitude will take your relationship to the thorns.
So here comes the mommy's boy, the one who consults.
I hope you're not calling my son mommy's boy. Anyway.
In marriages, I have seen, even on your TikTok and on Facebook, people have complained a lot about women who consult their mothers, their family on issues, marriage, the same way men also complain about. How do you stop this? Because when a man and a woman come together, there's a reason why they live and cleave.
Well, Yvonne, where we are currently, we have a lot of mommy's boy and daddy's girl. Right. Because now we are in this generation in our country where the breed that we have are the kababas and mamas, kamamas. You know, those children who have been grown to be so pampered. This is what happens to so many women. I start there. I'll come to you. I just want to show you where the mommy's boy comes from and daddy's. So many women, when the relationship is not working, they turn to their sons, however small they are. Haven't you seen, or even on social media, some people posting, my king, and it's a boy of 3 years, my world, my everything, my, you know, that my king turns now to be your emotional supporter, and in your head, you turn them to be husbands without knowing, unconsciously. And so that boy also grows with another negative codependency with the mother. So he has not been shown to separate, to become a man. Okay? And the mother is not willing to let him be a man because you are my husband. Unconsciously. The vibes that Gitau is my husband, Gitau would be giving me, Mo gives me.
Right.
You see? And so because of that codependency, it's called negative codependency, where we call each other, how are you feeling? Even at age 30, are you okay?
Have you
you
eaten?
know, have you eaten? Now imagine, it's the same. Now, this boy gets a girlfriend. The boy is expecting the girlfriend to be like the mother. Okay? Because of that codependency, the mother is not able to let him. Okay? So, even when you're together and he's 30, she's calling to ask whether he has eaten. And then you decide, we want to invest. Okay, let me ask my mother.
Yeah. Is it okay?
Is it okay to buy? Yvonne was suggesting we buy an X5.
And because says,
because the mother is also exposed like me, no, X5s are not good. Why don't you go for Mercedes? So we call it triangulation. So we all become triangulated in a relationship, in that marriage. And so it becomes another toxic relationship, because you as Yvonne, you can't understand what is this.
Yeah.
So that is on one side. The other side is where you're seeing now the kababa, they are very withdrawn. They are not taking the male leadership in the family. So you get married and you're the one to be making decision in everything.
So he's detached.
He's detached because he's used to mommy making all decision. You know? So Yvonne will make a decision. Me, I'll be going to Vasha with the boys. So it's you to know even which school the kids will go. It's you to know the neighborhood to move in. He's very busy with the boys because that is all that mommy has mammied him. And that's why I'm telling single ladies, even women where you're married and your husband is also detached, let this boy be. Send them to their grandfathers.
Right.
Try to let your son not be at my best friend. Have a friend, let the son be the son.
Yeah.
And deal with your emotion. Get someone to support you emotionally. Detach and let this son become a son, become a man. And that's why ukikimbia, you are learning to your mother-in-law to report that, this husband was mine. He's always in parties, and that mother is like, what is the big deal? You see, that is what amemfundisha, like that's what the son. So it's a whole problem that if we have to solve this, mommy's, daddy's girl, we must go back to the parenting, that.
And fix it from the root
and we stop triangulating our emotions with our children. We allow them to emotionally grow up. Yeah.
There comes a point where the woman, as you explained earlier, finds themselves making all the decisions in the household, and the issue of submission comes up. What is the role of submission and how does it come about? Can a woman submit to such a man who does not make decisions, is not present in the household? How does she navigate this?
Okay. So are you going to allow me to start submission from the Word of God?
Right.
I'm a Christian.
Great.
Mambo
ni mengi.
So biblically, women, I know even in Quran, I am also studying the Islam because my therapy is diverse.
Right.
So I'm studying Quran now, and I was given that, and I've been learning a lot of, so can even tell you where it says that, because I just want to be diverse and learn a lot. But biblically, because I can confidently say it, women, we are told to be submissive to our husbands. Okay? Yeah. That is where the problem began. Because we were not told to be a doormat. Okay? We took literally submissive as a doormat. That if you say jump, I can't even ask how high. I'll just jump. That is how submissive was taken. That is not submissive. The same Bible says that my people perish for lack of knowledge. So God hates foolishness. Okay? So you must question. So submissive to me is respect. I'll respect you. I know my place as a woman. And still, I know my place in kitchen and I know my place in marketplace. But still, I know my role as a woman that, the feminine in me, I need to respect my husband. If it means serving him, I need to do that. But I'm still a career woman. Okay? Number 2, we still go back to the Bible. Men are also told, love your wife as Christ loved the church. So I'm respecting that loves me. So they have a role. For me to be able to love and respect, he has also a role to do. Sometimes we just take some verses and we want to suit them. So maybe this is what I tell women. Just know your parts. Know your role. Be a submissive woman. Okay? But does not mean you are a doormat. you have 5 sense, common sense, question. But question in a respective way. Okay. Now let's go to the part B of your question, where am I submitting to a man who is disrespectful, is not even giving me guidance where the relationship is heading? That's a relationship with a major problem. Big problem. You see, again, culturally, our African set culture, biblically, even Islamic way, and I can say this because I've been learning, is that the man is the head.
And the provider.
I'm coming. The head, the provider, the driver of the family. But in a family, there is no vacance. So if he doesn't step in, somebody else will step in, or something will step in. And then because he should show us where we are heading. Most men are now again folding their hands, and they can't tell this relationship, I'm taking you here, I'm taking you here. They are busy again with the boys and other things. So now there's no vacant. Someone will come in and I always say, when a woman takes over, not that I'm a woman. It's not like the man is taking. You see, it was initially the man should be the head. So when the neck takes over, you will not like it.
It's a dysfunctional setup.
It's a dysfunctional. Not that women, we don't have leadership skills. We have. But when it comes to marriages, I bet I can tell you the truth. When a woman takes over, you won't like it.
As a man, your ego is injured.
Oh, completely. You're finished.
You know?
But you finished yourself first. Yeah.
So, when the issue of finances come in and this woman has tried to maybe persuade the husband, please, let's do this. Let's take our kids to this such a school. And as, for example, the man is not able or has basically not stepped up to provide to that level, and the woman steps up, are there some of the things they should look out for so that they do not overstep the boundaries, where this is where leadership starts, and this is where now as a woman you have decided to be the head of the household?
You see, the problem is we always look at things from fruits. We don't look at the stem. You see, these struggles and challenges of finances, those are fruits. The marriage, when the marriage is shaking at the foundation, those are the repercussions. When you start now that there is my money, your money, my project, your project, that is a sick family. We need to check the roots. Because a marriage is an institution, okay? An institution that has, even where you work at Tuko, you have missions, right? Vision. You have purpose. And when you are employed in that institution, for example, when you came to Tuko, you must learn what are their vision.
Exactly.
You learn what are their vision, what are their purpose. So you must align to it. Okay? When you start drifting and bringing your own mission, will you work in that institution?
Colliding.
Exactly.
Every time.
You may have very good ideas, but now you're working here. And these are the ideas of Tuko. You can't bring another media and say, that other media, their mission is this. We need to...
It won't work.
It won't work. Same. Marriage is an institution. We must sit down, come up with a vision. Vision is made by a group of people. So here it's made by 2 people. This is our mission. This is our vision. This is our purpose. This is our strategic plan. So every time, even if there are issues, we'll go back. What was our vision? What do we say was our mission? Where did we say we are going in the next 5 years? To an extent, when we give birth, our children, who are now our employee like you, will start aligning themselves to their vision. But now, If now you came to a marriage that has no vision, has no mission, have no direction, now that is where you start having your own vision, you having your own mission, having your own issues. So when you mix, it's toxic. I know you hear people talking about toxic. It's because all of us are bringing their own things. So when it mix, it's mashakura. Then our kids are mixed on them.
Oh, yeah.
You may drift. You see, you may drift. Like I told you, I gave you my story. We drifted a little bit, you know, and things happened. But still we came back and realized, let's go back to our vision and mission. Well, maybe it will come with other disadvantage, but this was and we can't afford to lose our kids because we had our initial vision.
Yeah.
So we came back. Yeah.
Wow. What are some of the mistakes women make? Let's start with women making marriages that probably make the man shy away from opening up, being vulnerable, taking charge. What are some of the things that we do as women that push our men away?
What is that pushing our men away? Please help me also. You know, there's this thing, and I wish I can make this clarity. You know, when marriage has issues, it always brings down women.
True.
No. These are two people who came together. Well, marriage will have issues, please. Whether you are married sijui to who, and unless you are married by an angel, and I'm not saying anyone, and these are two angels marrying each other, but if we are human beings, there will be issues. And in those issues, whatever I decide to do, if I'm not deciding we come talk and solve, or I'm blaming you, you decide to do your own things, you know, I shouldn't be blamed. Okay? And this is where women make a lot of mistakes. Allow me to say, I'm told I'm anti-men. No, I am not. It's only that I love men. I'm a mother of boys, married, I love men. But most women, because now I'm saying this with a lot of authority, I mean, having practiced for 19 years is not a joke, and working with centers that deal with women throughout this country is I have a wealth of experience.
Yes.
Wait. The things I've seen in counties, until April 30th, I've been in charge of 15 counties on issues of gender. So you can imagine I have really transferred. And so what I've seen majority with women, and when the relationship have issues, the whole world blames women. Even us women, we blame ourselves. What else could I have done? My husband has cheated. It's about me. No. He chose. Even for men, if your wife goes out, it has nothing to do with you. I chose. Okay? So every time it takes two to tango.
True.
Yeah. It takes two to tango.
Wow.
So but of course, let's go back to, I like going back to the genesis of the problem. Look at our African setup. I really talk about our African setup because that's what I know. Women were socialized to take everything, and they are nobody. And women were told to keep quiet when there is a problem. Persevere. Keep quiet. Don't talk. Don't share. Don't. Now, you get married. Like us, when we were getting married, we've seen our mothers struggling. And maybe our mothers would ask us, did you hear me telling anything? You know what I went through? Nikuvumilia. So we go with that you must persevere, however bad it is. And because of working at Nairobi women for long, you see those women, their hearts have been cut. You have been disfigured in the name of perseverance. No. Me, I always say, and I'll say here, without mincing my word, and I'm a Christian, if it's not working, it is not working. Jump out. You try your level best, jump. Where do you want to die? I told you what the Bible says. God hates foolishness. You know? You can't see this is death and then
still stick.
And stick to the death. You know, when you go to heaven, even God will be very angry with you. Like, you had a life.
I gave you a brain.
And then you had a life.
Yeah.
You are a woman, you should be happy. You are a man, you should be happy. Like, happy, enjoy life. Yeah, it's not that serious.
We are jumping over to the men's side. Of course, there are some of the things that they do or fail to do that end up contributing largely towards the crumbling of a family unit. What are some of these things that either they should look out for or, you know, stop doing, basically?
Infidelity. Why? Infidelity. There's a lot of infidelity. A lot. And then there's this saying, before I talk about the infidelity, I've seen in our country, oh, we go back to polygamy. Polygamy is not sin. Polygamous, I don't know. Personally, I'm doing a paper on polygamous. That's why I'm talking about it even on. And I realized what they are calling polygamous is promiscuous. It's not polygamous. If we go back again to our African setup, polygamous was there.
Yeah.
And we can't
Deny
fight. We can't deny, we can't fight. It was there. But it was well structured. And for this man to be a polygamous man, one of the qualifications was his wealth. Here we are not looking at money because those days it was his property, his cows, his sheep, his whatever.
Yes.
So he was very sure that he is not going to deny anyone needs from the first to the last. And then the first wife was really respected. You can't just come to my house and to date. Those older, you'll say, oh, alikuwa mtoto wa bibi mkubwa. Like that. Respect. So let me tell men this. You see, God, the way God created men, I'm not a man, but at least
Yes.
I've learned books. And even you ask women sometimes, God created man to see and admire beautiful things. So it's not a sin to see, admire, and then men are visual. You see, as women are emotional. A woman is touched by the things. I meet with someone and say, oh, you're looking beautiful. Oh, you're nice. Yes. Oh, you know those emotional things, they touch to the core of our heart. Now, on the other side, men are visual. They see, they like, they get turned on. That's how God created men. And sometimes they say, but this is not biblically. They say, even God is like that. Like, he likes saying good things, you know, and beautiful things. That's how men are created. Now, here is the problem. It's okay to see. It's okay to appreciate a good thing. It's okay even sometimes to imagine the things men imagine, you know. But now to what level will you stop? Because how many women will you see? How many women can you make yours? If men can make it a habit, like, to see it's normal, see, I will turn, you know the way they turn and see that hippie thing, appreciate God's creation and say, wow, well, beautiful man. But then remind, I have mine at home. I don't have all this. They have to deal with their lust until they deal with the lust. But now the problem sometimes with the lust, even if you see all these men, it's because it's anchored with trauma.
Okay.
You see, this man has grown without a father, or with fatherhood, with motherhood, with so many woods. And so he has grown with issues of not feeling good enough. Okay? Imagine you don't feel good enough. So what will happen in a woman, even if sometimes you even don't want to take them to bed, but there's that thing that is telling you you're not good enough. But if I can try, I can feel like I'm good enough. So you see, so I take you, I feel like I'm good enough. Then I realize, still I wasn't good enough. I take another one. Now you are dealing with lust and addiction. But you see, the problem was at the roots.
Yeah.
Others is just being promiscuous and all that, you know. But I say, even as women, we see, and we are also tunakatiwangwa
huku nje.
huku nje, yeah. But we decided to be faithful. So it's an issue of decision. Because again, beautiful ones are not yet born. Like nowadays, I'm wondering what has happened. I'm seeing beautiful girls, but I'm straight. I'm like, Jesus, where were all these girls when we were growing up? They are so beautiful. Beautiful women. I don't know whether you have noticed, Amma, there is a problem with me. Well created.
No, it's true, yeah.
Yeah, you see? So beautiful ones are. Even handsome men.
And more beautiful ones. They keep coming up. Yeah.
Now imagine my son will give birth to
more prettier and more.
If the mother is like this beautiful.
Yeah, don't even.
So we are saying it's a decision.
Yeah.
You make. And until you make that decision, yeah.
Wow. When a man or a woman cheats on their spouse, the infidelity comes in, and that scars the marriage. How do these people navigate this wound and overcome it and make a decision, a healed decision, to whether stay or leave?
Why?
Because it's tough.
Where there's cheating, I won't lie. It's really tough. But let me start by this. Why is it hard? A cheating of a woman looks very hard.
Yeah.
An unforgivable sin. Like, I'm not saying that I'm justifying, but this is a very unforgivable sin. But when a man cheats, the wife is supposed to forgive immediately.
And pray for him.
Pray and move on. Like it never happened.
Yes.
You know? I don't know. But anyway, our socialization again. But anytime infidelity creeps in into a relationship is very difficult. And the first thing that I tell couples, that they must be willing to talk about it so that they are able to process that pain together. But now the question is, if we are talking about forgiveness, are we saying that I'm going to forgive you, then you apologize and go back? You see? That the wound will never heal. And then forgiveness in a cheating relationship, believe you me, takes time. It's not a matter of, even if we'll continue and we look like there is that sense inside there that will be reminding you, I forgave him, I forgave her, but the way they are it now, ama aliamua rudi. So it's a process, and I always say, please go for therapy so that you both, if you're willing to work out that relationship, so that you work through that pain together. Because you know what happens, cheating and betrayal, when you come into a relationship, you invest together, not money, emotional. And that's how you become like part of each other. So when betrayal comes, it's like part of you have been cut. That's why, and some men don't understand why it is hard and difficult for a woman to forgive.
To get past the pain.
Yeah. Because it's part of you that has been cut. So healing that wound is a process. I hear them saying, "What? Uko tulitoka. You should move on." Like, that wound is still there. So it takes time. That's why infidelity is the highest cause of marriage breakup, because trust is broken. Yeah.
And as the person who has done the cheating, I think the moment you make that decision to step out of your marriage, you automatically lose the card for now heal. See, I've said sorry. See, we move past it. Yalipita. Because you do not get to dictate how this person will react and what length of period of time they will take to be okay with this situation. So what is the one thing you would tell, so to speak, the victim of the infidelity or even the perpetrator? What is it that they should come to an understanding on when it comes to, I want you to forgive me and go back to the way we were and give me time. I'm still processing. There's that two sides of the coin.
Let me say this. I'll start with the survivor, the person who have been betrayed. Just be you. Don't deny your feelings because it's very painful. Be you. Feel the pain and walk the journey of healing. And to the betrayer, it is not as easy. So actually what you have said something good. You have been denied the right to dictate to me how long I should take to heal. So walk with me the journey if he or she really means that we are ready to work this marriage. So walk the journey. When I feel pain, allow me to feel. Because today I will be good, tomorrow I will be. So allow me to feel the pain and all that. And maybe even, did we say that there are many types of cheating? Cheating is not only going to bed. Oh no. One, when I start, it's called flattery?
Yeah, flirting.
With a million girls there. And, I wasn't serious.
It's harmless.
It's harmless. That is stage one, which is very painful, whether it's she or he. Okay? When I start deleting messages,
you have advanced.
That is high level of cheating. When I sleep with my phone under the pillow and put that bank-like password, it's cheating.
What are you hiding?
You're hiding something. If you can't, you see, I tell people, and they think I'm joking, if I hide my phone from my partner, but you expect me to undress, okay, so what is important?
What is more private?
What is more private? My nakedness or there's a big problem? It means you're cheating. When I receive a call, kwanza women, women are cheating a lot nowadays.
Oh, really?
Married women, who ask me, they are cheating. Married women are cheating.
But they're very good at hiding.
Oh, a woman will, women, we know how to hide. We cheat and we know how to hide. For men, they're so physical. For us, it's very emotional. So we are able to hide. But I'm not here to justify. I shouldn't even say that, but I'm saying, initially we used to think it's only men who are cheating. So I don't want to demonize men.
Yes.
No, even women are cheating. Kwanza, married women, have become serial cheaters. So I don't know what is happening. Maybe my fellow researchers need to do a research on this. What is this shift that has happened? So there are many types. So when I start receiving my calls outside, and I was talking to my mother, and I don't want you to hear, that is cheating. So, and that's a relationship with a problem.
What if I told you that you could earn more than you do now? We can teach you how to write a copy that generates hundreds of thousands of views, and all you need is a laptop, a stable internet connection, and of course, our copywriting course. Unlike lengthy university degrees, this course is fast and flexible because you will learn at your own pace, whether part-time or full-time. This course has been created with the help of Tuko team and the experts who have real achievements and experiences in digital journalism. Land a stable, high-paying copywriting job, even in this economy, and benefit from our internship opportunities. Do not miss out. There are stages of marriages. There's the stage where the honeymoon stage. Let's even start at the dating stage and the characteristics of those stages, all the way up to the point where tumezoeana sisi ni mashosh, we have grandkids and no one is going anywhere. So take us through those stages and the characteristics and some of the mistakes people make in all those stages.
I'll say this. When I got married, in our days, okay, the counselors did us very bad counseling. We thought marriage is giving birth. Umefika. Like for me, my firstborn was a son. So I'm like, what else do you want? Giving birth to a boy. I'm coming to that Kenyaji, only to realize that marriage is work. Okay? And from the dating, you must be intentional to keep falling in love every day, because it's work. The moment you sit and you start familiarizing, the moment you start taking advantage of your partner and familiarizing, and just, he can't go anywhere, she can't. And some of us who got married because with the wedding ring, na sijui iko wapi. Ala. Imenishika. With wedding rings. So we think wedding band is the marriage. You must be willing to work hard to fall in love. What did I tell you? Men are visual, and I keep teaching. So now at the dating level, you look good, you eat very well, you take care of yourself, you dress well, you know? Then you start giving birth, and now you start going down. You are not even advancing yourself, you're not taking care of yourself. This visual thing will start. I'm not advocating this, but this visual thing will start getting bored. The same with us. We also start getting bored if he's not also updating himself. You see, as a woman, I'm taking care of myself, and I'm not taking things for granted just because I've given birth. The same should happen also to men. Because sometimes we think it's only the women who are supposed to take care of themselves. Also the man. You know, initially, he was brushing his teeth, he was showering before going to bed, but now he doesn't do it. It also irritates me, you know. You see, it's also widening our gap. So we should all, I keep on saying marriage is work, and I've told you. So we need to intentionally not lose the grip of working towards becoming better and better for the partner. Me, you. So if I become better and you're not becoming better, I'll get tired. That's how infidelity even starts. Because you see, I'm becoming better and better and better. I am becoming attractive out there, but for you, you're not seeing, because you're not bettering yourself. So we have to better ourselves. Both parties must be willing to better themselves. And again, now as we look at, it's something I call growing together in a relationship. Sometimes you realize, and I have seen this, and it's a mistake, especially to women. You get married and you settle. You don't want even personal development. You don't want to grow yourself. And you realize, and some men will even tell you, I'm working, allow me to finish my master's, my PhD. You know?
Him is developing.
Yes, you just left behind. And I'm not talking about competition. I'm talking about growing together. So, you see, this, I am growing, nimefika kule juu. You're still down here. To an extent, even the tables have turned. The people I am now interacting with are at a higher level. Even for me as a woman, I start feeling intimidated. And I think it also happened to me. No, because you feel like you've given birth, you've been married, you have this wedding. So what else? Yes. So your man goes up, you're left behind. So you start feeling low self-esteem. Because even the people he is talking to, you can't even be able. Those are not spaces you want to be. They're intimidating, whether you like it or not, because you are left behind. That's why I say, please, let's grow together. So maybe by the time I was thinking, I need to grow, he's fine. You see? Now he's meeting that carry back. Those carry back of women. Remember? Like for me, I was these women who came from university where I was a CU reader and all that. And our salvation that time was that salvation of, can I say foolishness? Sorry. Sikusema hivyo. Where you're so focused on, not salvation, religion. Okay? And you look like you're not living in this world. You know, like, so you umefika to, you are now with these clothes, this, I'm not saying they're bad, but this certain kind of clothes. A woman who is married and you're only 20-something should look like this. These clothes are looking like this. You understand that? Then he is gone. He's meeting now Akina Yvonne. We're looking.
Baby girl.
I mean, and baby girls, girl toto. And you're there, and they have issue. And then comes back home, finds me, I'm just at home, t-shirt, a long skirt, all that, sija change night dress. And I told you they are visual. You see, we also contribute. And I'm not justifying, I'm just saying why we need to grow together. Now, with that kind of even mentality, will I be able to speak in such levels?
It automatically places you at different levels.
Yes. That's why I campaign and advocate that when you come together, please grow together. It's not competition. Build each other. Build. Even if maybe at one point you'll be a stay-home mom to take care of your children, is okay. By that, it's a very good way. Take care of them as you develop. Don't get stuck. Yeah.
What is the role of feminine energy and masculine energy in marriage? Because, like you said, culturally, there are gender roles. But now, with the modern lifestyle, everyone is working. How do you balance that?
I like the way you're saying culture, because we borrow all these things from the culture. Even when we grew, we knew my dad was the one who was working. My mom was the one who was cooking, fetching water, fetching clothes and woods and all that, and doing the house thing. So, and that has been a fight to date, that the space of a woman is kitchen. But look at the dynamism. Sure. The same girls, we were taken to school.
We were taken in boardrooms,
We were taken to university. Even from, now I'm talking about us, who maybe looks like we are a bit, our parents fought to take us to school. So, I mean, so when you've gone to school, what are you supposed to do? To still stay at home? Because there's dynamic. Your parents, some of our parents had to sell cows and all that, so that you go to school. Were they selling so that you... But now, even me as a learned woman, I should know that as a feminism, I should know my role in the kitchen because of the culture.
Yes.
And I should know my role in the marketplace. So I should leave boardroom issues
in the boardroom.
In the boardroom. Currently, I'm a CEO.
Wow.
Yes, of my own organization. I should make sure, I like the way my baby, but it's because he jokes, he says, Madam Mom, Dr. CEO. Especially when he's angry or he wants something, he would make sure he reminds me, but Mom, do you know you are Madam CEO? But that one, he's just playing with my mind. So that, but all those titles, I should leave them in my clinic. When I get home, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I should bring that. I should not compete with my husband, that even me, I'm a CEO, just like the way you are a director. So tukae chini, we be served. That role of that man thing is there, whether we like it or not. They feel good. That ego needs also to be massaged. And I tell women, let's not lose it. Because this gender of Abraham, they will go to a baby toto, girl toto, and then that girl is in a studio. It's called studio.
Studio apartment.
Yes, she's busy cooking tea there. This man start feeling, wow, this is nice. But me with my CEO, I'm seated there because we have house help. We are being served. Even when we go to the bedroom, and I'm saying this because this is Africa.
Yeah.
We can't leave our culture, because that is where some of the things we are losing. Even when we go to the bedroom, he's also feeling CEO in me. That vibe of CEO, doctor, dear. I made a joke and I told him, can you be addressing me as a daktari?
Allah.
Daktari, sweetheart. recognize anything like that. It's just a joke. But I'm saying we must be able to learn and differentiate when bring that feminine thing in the house. It's not bad to be a bitch in the house. Why do we want? It's not bad. You're a woman. You're sexy still. The fact that you are this. Because if you don't bring it, you'll also get it there. I'm not saying they go and get, but I'm saying, could you also do our role like you have asked? Yeah.
How about men? What is this masculine energy they should bring to the table? So to speak?
You know, they come there as directors and managers. Tea! It's not working. I feel like it's my boss. Please come to kitchen once in a while. Take that cup of tea. Leave it also. Leave your director. And that's a problem I saw during COVID with so many couples struggling. See, now we've gone back home. Most people worked from home. This guy only knows how to be served. 10 o'clock by the secretary, 10, 4. And then he wants the wife to act the same. It's not possible. Please, both of us, because we are growing together, let's bring that romance. Be that bad boy in the house sometimes. Stop thinking that you are the MD or whoever. Bring the bad boy in you.
Yes. Awesome. You have brought so much wisdom, and I hope you have learned a lot from this conversation. How can these people who want to continue learning from you, how can they reach you? Where can they find you? What is your organization and where do you work from?
Okay.
Yeah.
I know so many people know me at GVRC. I left. I opened my own organization. I have a clinic at Renana Road, Haringam. It's called Thriving Tribe International, where I'm developing a tribe of people who are thriving mentally, socially, and financially.
Not even us.
So if you want to see me, you can see me at Renana Road, but you have to book because it's a clinic. Because other than that, I also practice at Aga Khan as an independent consultant again. So you see, I juggle, you have to book. But you can find me on my social media, Becky Gitau, all over Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Becky Gitau, DM. And we can plan and schedule for your sessions, or like come to your places of work. Like tomorrow I'll be at Kenyans.
Wow.
And giving talks all over. Yeah, that is me.
Wow.
And I love life. So if you meet me, Mogithi, don't say this is the woman.
This is the doctor.
This is the woman we saw with Nini. Nini. That is Saturday, Sunday. We meet at the altar.
Striking the balance, I see.
Yeah.
You're leading by example.
Yeah, because you see, for us, and I tell therapists, we hear a lot of so many problems. So if you don't have your own life, you see, now society also keeps us somewhere. Like, you see, I'm a therapist, and I told you I had issues. But we are expected, like, you can doctor yourself. No, you must have life, mother, all that. Yeah.
Wow. The main thing I have learned from today's session is that once you get married, and you're in that marriage institution, whether you're a man or a woman, do not lose that part of yourself to try and merge into the other partner's lifestyle. Because when you lose yourself and he develops, grows and leaves you at that level, who are you to blame when things go south?
No one.
Well, there you have it. That has been such an enlightening and insightful conversation with Dr. Becky Gitau. Are you there and you want to reach out to her to find out how to navigate challenges in your marriage? We will put all the links to all her social media platforms on the pinned comment for you to reach out to her and help and have her help you, navigate the challenges in marriage. Would you like to see such vibrant guests on our show in future? Please reach out to me through my email, yvonne.kawira@tuko.co.ke, and also share all your questions you would like us, whether you want us to bring her back here again, and the questions you would want us to ask her, please do that. Feel free. Thank you so much for staying with us till the end of the show. My name is Yvonne Kawira. See you next time.